students and parents are looking for quality.
I think across the board here there's an emphasis on this thing that we call critical thinking.
I met students that were so enthusiastic about the school and that really wanted to help.
Well, I think that the opportunities here are huge.
These are the people on whom I will bet our future.
Nestled in the small residential town of New Wilmington in northwestern Pennsylvania, Westminster's 300 rolling acres are home to 1,300 students. Westminster has provided a superior education for more than 137 years. The college takes pride in protecting and building on a tradition dedicated to excellence in the liberal arts and a heritage of faith. Westminster is a busy place, full of people and activity, people who know and enjoy one another, people who are committed to finding something more.
The reason I want to involve students is, first of all, if they answer questions, that tells me whether or not they're paying attention and thinking. And there are universities in this United States where you can go through 4 years and probably never be asked a direct question by the professor. And I think students that are able to respond show me that they can think. And in essence, I think that's what we're all about. We want students to be able to think.
I use a lot of examples from popular culture today, from television and popular movies like Aliens, the Sigourney Weaver film, to explicate Victorian and 18th century and so on issues, because it's things that they're familiar with. And when I see that they can bring together some abstract concept that I'm trying to teach through the literature with a situation that they're familiar with, and see that I can see it in their eyes when they say to themselves, this matches, that fits. I see that there is similarity between these two things that I always thought were dissimilar.
I think they grow other than mathematically, other than analytically, other than in English. They grow personally, and I think the close contact with the faculty is what helps them to grow in those ways. I think also the close contact with other students, the fact that the most of them live in a dormitory, that it is a residential college, enables them to grow in those ways also.
Westminster's students are filled with curiosity and genuine spirit. They immerse themselves in this long-standing tradition of excellence and pursue knowledge in and beyond the classroom. With its traditional educational values, Westminster has unique aspects.
I would now like to nominate Mr. Dick Gephardt.
Every 4 years, a mock political convention is held, one of the oldest collegiate conventions in the country. Provoking political fervor and enthusiasm, the convention entails research and educational involvement, as well as fun and excitement. Westminster offers several innovative opportunities for study. The Quest program is an interdisciplinary approach to Western cultures. The courses blend history, music, science, politics, religion, and the arts to give various points of view on the humanities.
The reason for its formulation was to provide an alternative to what we sometimes call the cafeteria style of course taking, in which a student takes a history course, a political science course, a science course, a music course, whatever, and too often there's no interrelationship, no interconnection provided for the student, so that the student learns some music and learns some science, but too infrequently isn't in the regular course offerings, provided with an understanding of how things come together.
Strategies for Success, the freshman seminar course, helps incoming students to get on the right track. The class focuses on both academic and social survival skills.
My freshman year, it was really exciting because as soon as I drove up into our parking lot of my dorm, just all these people, all these upperclassmen attacked my car and grabbed all my stuff and said, "Where's your room?" And I was like, "Who are these people?" But it was really fun, and the first couple of days I was homesick, and it was just really nice to know that there were upperclassmen that I can go to and talk to, and they knew what I was talking about, and I didn't have to feel uncomfortable about feeling that way.
Radio 89, taking you through
the internship program can later give students a chance to be in an actual work setting similar to that of their career aspirations.
Simply serves for the attachment of a few muscles.
The academic year is divided into 3 terms, fall and spring, and the innovative 4-week January term. During January, students concentrate on a single course not offered during the standard academic year. This is a time set aside for exploration of learning methods, team teaching, non-traditional subject matter, and off-campus projects.
We take students to the islands for a month, and in that time we have a very intensive field biology. We live outdoors, we camp, we cook, we do our own grocery shopping, and something that comes out of that besides biology is just learning about life. Students come back and they say, I've learned a lot of biology, but I've learned more about myself than I ever had before in that same amount of time.
A couple of my friends go to major universities, and they don't even know their professors' names half the time. You know, they show up and talk to a teaching aide who could really care less because they have their own agenda of classes and things. And here, I can walk into my advisor's office whenever I want during the day, and I can stop my teacher, and they know my name, and they ask me things, and they want to know what I think about classes.
It's such a great thing to be able to go to class maybe with only 15 or 20 other people and to feel the individual attention and to be able to go to the professor and say, look, I need help. You know, sit down with him in his office. I mean, I don't even know how many professors have given me their home phone numbers. You know, everybody, just to call the night before a test or whatever and get, you know, the extra help.
Yeah, it's a great tradition. That's one of the reasons I came to play football here, is because I like to win, and Westminster wins.
Westminster offers an outstanding program in athletics for both men and women. A member of the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, NAIA, and the Western Pennsylvania Intercollegiate Soccer Conference, Westminster sponsors 14 intercollegiate teams in baseball, basketball, cross-country, football, golf, soccer, softball, swimming, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. Last year, 13 Westminster men and women competed in national swimming competitions. Westminster's football teams have been ranked in the top 20 small colleges 12 times in the past 15 years.
The students do the selecting for the entertainers they bring to campus. We go from coffee house events to people that come on campus and lecture, about 60 music, to the Killing Fields was last year lecture. So a broad range of topics. The movies we do each week for the students, being in a rural area, they can go see a movie of their choice and be on the committee if they want to and select the movie they want to see. The same thing with the entertainers. Firm believer letting the students go to conferences and select the entertainment for their fellow classmates.
Hi, my name is Heather Brown.
Graduates of excellent liberal arts colleges like Westminster typically have impressive records in career placement. Because of their educational background and versatility, they are in demand. Within a few months of graduating, 95% of Westminster graduates will be either placed in professional positions or starting advanced degree programs in graduate or professional schools. More than 90% of our graduates are accepted into the country's top medical and law schools. Overall, Westminster graduates can look forward to a bright future.
There's still teachers now I keep in contact with, whether it's writing or phone, or anytime I take a trip home, I stop and see them. And they're just as willing to, help you out with a little advice or, on a friendly basis as they were when I was a student. So it's sort of a comforting thing, and when you're getting into the real life, to know that there's some people that can answer your questions for you still.
Studies have shown that employers are looking for individuals with liberal arts backgrounds because we're not so limited in one particular area of learning, that we can apply what we've learned over the business fields, education fields, and all the others as well.
The importance of a broad and general education is that we live in a world in which you will be educated for specific tasks you can't even conceive of now. You will be educated throughout your life. I think you need some period of time in which you learn to be a student, and I think that's what a good education should do for you. A good education, to me, should make you want to be a student the rest of your life.
Westminster is clearly an institution with purpose, contemporary perspectives, traditional values, personal commitment, belief in excellence.
My fellow students, we are engaged in helping you to become a complete human being, and that process is not yet finished. That's why we are going to insist here at Westminster that our graduates know what a human being at his or her best can do and do well. That's why we will persist in the liberal arts, because we have such a regard for the sanctity and the potential of the human spirit.
For complete information, contact Director of Admissions, Westminster College, New Wilmington, Pennsylvania, 16172-0001. Telephone area code 412-946-7100.